Otherwise. All right, so
That'll work.
now we're live.
Who, what, wise man?
All right. Very, very quickly recap. Who wants to start it off?
Well,
Oh man.
We watched one of the parental figures for Ojitai get fucking killed. That
Yeah,
was
it's
fun.
tough.
Well,
We don't
There's-
know this. Yeah.
We're
There's nobody.
assuming.
But I feel like Tiamat, like after like speaking with her, or like she spoke with us, I should say. I feel like she's got the ego to like keep him alive and try to like turn him into one of her lackeys. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a chance.
But
There's a
yeah.
chance.
As
But-
far as Ojitai is concerned, he's
Rip.
as good as
Yeah,
dead.
he long
Rip.
dead.
Yeah, rip. Rest in
Uh,
peace. You will always be remembered, Mr. Berserker Dragon.
Yeah. So that happened. What about afterwards? Any recollections?
Yeah, we were trying. We decided to run,
Yes.
so we were. Rango had us on a good trajectory. East.
Yep. Tried to meet up with Dragon Masters of Wakandi.
Then we realized that old Tiameister was in hot pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to deduce that we had some time before she caught us. And then we really just kind of like planned on the ship for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Ojitai talked with her for
Mhm.
for a little second.
hmm
She said some shit about spreading mass pandemonium across Brandicore. And also Ojitai was not in her favor after she tried to reach out to him once. After that, a seemingly skeletal dragon with some sort of necrotic energy in it and a book of some kind in the middle of it, seemingly holding it all together, was flying towards you guys. Tiamat at that point kind of started turning around and going away with this new threat. Scared you guys enough to do a. Everybody was kind of like, "What do we do?" Talk about plane jumping, and then finally Gangu just pulled out the cubic gate and hit the mushroom button, and everybody went to the Fae, which you guys realized had some consequences with time. But before that, Gangu, for now anyway, said his goodbyes to the group as he felt that he needed to discover himself and take some time to reflect and maybe find his purpose in this world and what he wants to do. Everybody said their goodbyes, and one by one made it out over several days. I think it was 2.5, we said, by the time everybody got out. Once you guys reunited, the Dragons of Rakandi said they were dealing with something, and they would meet up whenever you guys got out. They were currently kind of chilling out at Raven's Rook. You guys got out, I believe. Did you guys send a message to them to let you know you got out, or we just end when everybody got out?
I think.
I think I sent a message saying we at least I got out and exactly where we were at.
Right.
Mhm.
Um,
I think we ended when Sersha steps through because that was
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
one.
so as far as they know right now, they're still waiting on more people. But right now, everybody except for Gangu has come back through.
Mm-hmm.
Gangu is on his own in the Feywild, so the Goldbringers are down yet another member. And so that's where we are. You guys are sitting in a pretty dark forest, very, very dense, a little bit eerie, but surprisingly quiet other than the sounds of nature around you guys. Ringo probably would have casted Tiny Hut, I'm assuming. So Saoirse, you come out into this hut of people, everybody kind of hanging around, collecting themselves from what they just witnessed. You just said goodbye to probably your closest friend over the past weeks, months. time is a little bit choppy because of the event in the past. That
Yeah, because when we left
Mhm.
through the cubic gate, it was like noonish. Is that right?
yes,
And so, and we decided as Serge comes through now, it's night,
yeah,
correct?
2.5 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's in the middle of the night. Everybody else is long rested except for you. But yeah, so Ojitai, you can now, if you would like, message the dragons and let them know you're here. You guys can do whatever. Saoirse, just step through the portal. Saoirse, you just step through the portal. That's where we're at.
I think as Saoirse comes through the portal, it's very solemn.
Mhm.
The mood is a bit mixed. I think he would, with his passive perception, immediately notice that it's nighttime and be concerned about
Uh-huh.
that. But there's just a lot of other things on his mind, so I think he would just start by coming through and then just kind of looking up at who he sees in front of him, and just looking for any sort of eye contact, any sort of like, I don't know, kinship from
Saoirse,
the
see,
loss he
I
just.
thought you were coming through. It's been days since we last saw each other. I thought that you might have stayed behind with Gangu. But
Hey,
it's good to know that there's only one traitor amongst us, and he's no longer here.
I will give a soft chuckle to that. Oh,
This is no
Cormit.
laughing matter.
Gangu's no traitor. Ah, he's no traitor. What time is it?
Time around midnight.
We did do this part because remember, Cormit was like, "Oh, it's been like 16 years or something like that."
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shit.
We have
We'll
already done
retcon
this.
that. We'll retcon that. We'll
Oh,
just go-
fuck, I forgot about that, damn.
So, Cormit, how
Then I
long's it
chuckle
been?
at that. I'm just kidding.
It's been like, I don't know, 6 weeks, I think. Right?
It's been about 2 days, Serge.
2 days. We were there but minutes. That portal was not open for more than a minute. It's been 2 days. We have to wait. That even for the Fae, that seems insane. We have to go back. We can't leave Gangu in there. We're all gonna be dead by the time he gets back. He doesn't realize the dilation we have going on right now.
He wanted to go on his own accord. Good riddance, I suppose.
Right.
Time fluctuates in there.
It's not always the same.
Not always.
All right. And at this moment, I probably realize I'm still holding the letter, like in my hand, like down to the side. And that just becomes kind of the main focus. So, I think I just kind of like acknowledge everyone. And then, yeah, guys, I think it's about midnight. Is where the Jamoko? Is it? Where is he?
They're around Ravensbrook. Said they'll be here when they can.
So they're meeting us here? Alright, well, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna try to get some rest. And I'm just gonna go off to the side. And immediately read the letter.
Okay.
Once I get
You read
settled.
the letter.
Yeah.
You've already read that, so you know what it
Mhm.
is. Very well. You read the letter. Saoirse's kind of gone off to the side and is doing his own thing. Cormit turns to you both with a very serious look on his face. What if we're in a different timeline?
What?
What if we're in a different timeline? What if time it's a line? I always thought it was circles. That is why clocks are round. But now we are truly lost beyond space and time.
Kermit, have you been drinking too much? Or is this
Very
you haven't been
heavily.
drinking enough?
Very heavily. I grabbed some mushrooms on my way out, mixed them in.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Kermit, it's nighttime. It probably need to go to bed, buddy.
I might have got some of the fire salts in me too, by accident.
Perfect.
Gorman's ready to take on Tiamat right now.
I'll keep first watch.
I don't think we need any watching here, Gormit.
Who knows where's on this side of time?
I just start looking at my fucking ledger.
He walks over next to a tree and stands at attention.
Staring at the tree.
Oh yeah, he's staring at the tree.
There's a face in the tree. He ate the mushrooms, dude.
They're here.
Tree smiling at him.
All right. You start getting in your ledger. What are you doing in your ledger?
Just not paying attention to Gormit.
Got it. Saoirse's out, taking a long rest. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Saoirse's taking a long rest. Corman's off over there doing that. Ojitai, you're kind of by yourself with Santos, who is currently, got like some like Campbell soup that he snuck out of Northold, and he's just eating it without warming it up. It's just cold soup.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Cool. You go to bed. Everybody takes a long rest except for Cormit, who doesn't feel as he needs one. Eventually, Santos would also fall asleep. You guys wake up. It is the next morning, very early, about 7 o'clock in the morning. You look around. The tiny hut is about to dissipate. You can see outside. There is no sign of life other than just, small animals. Not even as much of a deer running through. It's quite quiet. As I said before, almost a little eerie.
I think Saoirse would walk over to Rango. Yeah, I've never been to these woods before, but this seems a little off kilter, doesn't it? Seems like everything up in this region.
Well, it is called the Curse Wood. Can't say I've spent much time here either.
Brother, with losing Harpy, now Gangu, it's tough to think how we're gonna get out of this one. How are you feeling?
We'll see what the elders say.
Yeah.
While I was waiting on y'all, I did reach out to my father, and I've asked that he reach out to any contacts he has in high places. See if he can get some help that way. But no promises. Haven't heard back from him yet.
How was he?
Oblivious.
Yeah.
And in disbelief.
He straight up didn't believe you. The team has returned.
Initial disbelief. He believed me, but
Took some convincing.
I
Well, grateful for his efforts regardless, but can kind of glean that isn't always the easiest relationship, so I'm sorry if he made you feel any sort of way.
just got to make sure I get back in one piece is all.
Fair enough. Your mom's good.
Didn't have time to speak with her.
Alright. Well, go check in with Ojitai. The elders are meeting us here.
I'm gonna shrug and kind of look towards Ojitai.
As soon as Ojitai got up, and he would have messaged to Dramoka, saying we're on the same location. Are you all on your way here?
Yes, you should be there within the hour. Hang tight. We have some information to share with each other, I believe. And he kind of cuts off the message there. While Saoirse is talking to Ojitai, Rango, you get a presence in your mind, one that you haven't felt for a while.
Oh fuck.
Rango, baby, I heard you were looking for people in high places. I'm in the lowest of low places, but I think I have some information for you. First of all, are you looking to relinquish your soul or any of your friends' souls for some extra help?
That's a hard bargain you drive there, Memon.
Gotcha. Listen, just wanted to give you a heads up, okay? A good friend of mine. Listen, I like the guy, okay? He's on his way there, okay? He's gonna talk to you for a little bit. He's looking for your friend Gangu, okay?
Oh fuck.
You're gonna like this guy. He's in a business too, right? I think you'll like his business. Okay, listen. Just I like the guy. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of friends. I think he's a good guy. I didn't tell you where you were, so don't blame that on me. He knows things. But he'll be there eventually. Okay. And you're gonna love him just off of first appearances alone. Okay. So that's about it. Yeah. You got anything for me?
Your flow of gold will keep coming, Memon.
Good. I mean, what about the frog dude? Does he need his soul? Or like the Campbell noodle soup guys? What about him? He looks pretty beat up. He forsaked his god. Maybe he needs a new one.
Did he forsake his god? He didn't forsake his god, did he?
I mean, he may know more things than we do. I mean, maybe he's
Did say the Forge's light does not shine here.
yeah. Yeah, 'cause
We're not there.
Forsaking
We're
of
over here
Morgan.
now.
I'm everywhere, baby.
I know your light shines everywhere, Mammon.
Oh, not light, no. Just my
your-
money
And the glimmer of that coin, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
and souls.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Feel free
listen.
to, talk to them on your own time.
Listen, I can give you a little. Listen here. Okay? We're going to make a deal right now. I can give you a little bit more.
What's
Okay.
a conversation with you without a deal? Right.
I can give you a little bit more. I can give you a little. Listen here. Okay? I'll take the Campbell noodle soup guy. He's a little weird, but we'll take him here. Okay? I'll give you something. What do you want? Name your price. All you got to do is get him to sign Blood Pact to me. Okay, like this is like, side quest submission here, okay? Just work on it. You think about what you want, okay? Yeah? Okay, listen, I'm gonna go. Have fun meeting my friend. He's a good guy. Well, he's
You're-
in hell.
You're aware
lives
that
in hell.
Kingu's not with us, right?
I am now, but I don't think he is. So, yeah. Well, have fun. You're gonna enjoy him. I guarantee it. I gotta go. Some people are acting up, and I gotta go deal with that. So you have a good time, okay?
Two.
Yeah, cool. The presents leave. You kind of check out. It happens in a mere seconds. All this conversation, and you look up to see kind of Ojitai just now disconnecting the message with Dramoka, and everybody's just kind of looking at each other once again.
All right, lads. What do you say we ship up and get off the ground?
Yeah, I think that's wise. I think being above the treetops would serve us better.
Mm,
Rather not learn about how this wood got its namesake.
well, what about like if the dragons are still around?
Well, if the dragons are still around, I guess we are a little bit more hidden down here.
Whoa! Did
But-
I come up with some tactical genius? Those shrooms are paying dividends.
It's got a point.
Are the woods eerie? Like, do we have
Yeah,
a
they're
sense
like-
of eeriness?
Yeah, like you feel like you're in a kind of not an evil place, but not like a it doesn't give you the welcoming like, hey, we're some deer here in nature. It's real fun.
Yeah.
You know,
We're not in the
it's got
evil
name
woods. We're in the
Cursewood.
cursed woods. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cursewood. Yeah, you've heard
There's-
stories. Some not so pleasant things happened here. People got lost. Some people got skinned. People go missing. Lots of battles.
Ooh, this has got like Scandinavian folklore written all over it, and I love it.
Sick. Let's get the fuck out.
So as soon as Corma does suggest staying below the tree line, I think Search would immediately just start becoming more aware and paying attention to the immediate surroundings.
I've been
Like
here.
actively searching, or
I've-
not searching, but looking.
I've been in the woods for 2 days and no fuck shit has happened. Right?
No, it's just smaller creatures have been around, like rabbits and birds,
Okay.
smaller birds, not like eagles or anything like that.
All right.
But nothing large, not even like a bear, deer, moose.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. I want to get the ship out.
There he goes. Do whatever he wants.
And
Okay.
board the ship.
Do we have enough room to bring the ship out?
Do we?
I mean, it's a pretty thick woods. You can try to climb to the top of a tree if you want.
Trying to think of. Huh.
Or you can just see what happens when you open it in the middle of trees.
Daddy ship.
How strong are these trees of the cursed wood? How formidable? Yeah.
Where's
Mm.
that one thing?
Not a single piece of lumber has come from the cursed wood. No one would dare chop a tree
No
down.
one would dare. Imagine building a house with lumber from the cursed wood.
Yeah,
Dude, that'd be a fun house.
it's called
You build a
paranormal
haunted
activity.
house.
It's called paranormal activity, yeah. It's good. Well, while... yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm still thinking. So you go ahead.
Alright, well, while Rango's working out, where
How to not break the
it'd be
ship.
safe to uncork the ship, I think I would catch up with Ojitai for a minute, and I'd just come over and I'm just sorry about Ramos. Ojutai. I know it's not a certainty yet, but I know he was of great importance to you. And he sure knew how to throw his punches. Did a lot of good for us.
I'll put a hand on Saoirse's shoulder. I appreciate it, Saoirse. Hope isn't lost yet.
No. I sure hope not. You kind of see his eyes drift a moment. Kind of shakes it off, refocuses. Yeah. Meet up with the masters. They're on their way. You spoke with Dromoko this morning?
They said they'd be here in the hour.
Good. What do you think? You think we should go above the tree line or no?
I'm like just like walking around, like looking up in the trees. No. Actually, I take that back. I would have sat down and had Chuchi start scoping above. That's what I'm doing during that.
It's always a risk to go up there, be wide in the open, but also make much easier for the masters to find us.
Yeah.
Place doesn't feel right.
You said you have Chuchi up at the top of the trees?
Yeah.
Cool. Scanning kind of like in a quick 360 pattern, Chuchi immediately notices a pair of dragons flying from the southeast, relatively close to you guys, and relays the information. He also notices to the northeast, probably no more than somewhere between 5 to 10 miles, several plumes of smoke.
The northeast, okay.
You mean like towards Yap Yaps?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. So you just,
Fellas,
hey Rango, there's like some
they're closing
more
in.
dragons coming.
Is that the southeast? So that would be the direction we're
Yeah.
expecting them from.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Elders are closing in. What the fuck? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah,
that
elders
was
are
bad.
closing in. Elders are closing in was the last thing I
Rango,
said.
you want me to give them like some sort of signal when they get real close in?
Yeah, just breathe fire like they do, Chuchi.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's fine. Come down, grab a coin. I'll light it up.
All right. He falls down and grabs a coin.
And I cast light on it.
Cool. And he goes back up. And you can see like he's just kind of like
All right, well, them closing in. Fuck. How tall is the top of the trees from the ground?
Trees of Cursewood are quite tall. Most of them go well above 50 feet high to the top. They're long rooted in these woods.
Okay.
Quite large.
Okay. Where are these dragons about to land? Now that I think about it, are they just gonna
Guess we're
fucking?
about to find out. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yep. Okay. I'll just chill. Do
Cool.
airship stuff. Just wait on them to arrive.
Everybody chills. Is anybody doing anything before their arrival?
What was the guy's name with us? The dwarf?
Santos.
Santos.
Okay. Wait, Santos, you very religious fella?
I like to think I am. I did call out to Morden a lot. Recently, it's been unanswered.
I would definitely
The
probably.
search within earshot.
Yeah, yeah. Perk up at that.
Search, what do you make of that?
Oops, sorry. You said you feel like you're cut off from him, Santos.
At the moment, yes, I do. Unfortunately. Maybe it was my doubt, or maybe I did something wrong.
No. I think in these times, many things could be considered right, wrong, crazy, sane, up, down. I don't imagine you've done anything to upset him. Your home was taken from you in a violent and terrifying way.
A lot more was taken from me than my home.
Would it be alright if I asked you what else it was?
The only thing not taken from me was the breath of my lungs. Everyone I knew, everyone I loved, everything I owned, everything I cared for, all reduced to ash.
Words cannot express my sympathies for you.
I appreciate your sympathies.
I admittedly have struggled in my own faith many times in my life. One thread that has always remained true is even when I had given up on myself, those around me never did. And by extension, I feel for me personally, more than ever has.
Well, I have no more around me. I am alone.
I'll kind of, cause he's a dwarf as well, correct?
Yes.
Is he sitting? by
Yes.
chance?
Yeah.
I'll kind of like squat down, like on my knees to kind of reach his eye level.
Mhm.
We're here, Santos.
Yes, you are. You are him. About that time, you hear some loud brushing noises above you as the trees begin to rattle. Chi-Chi calls out to you, Rango. Hey, that's the wrong one. Hey, Rango, there's like, the golden one is here, and the other one is here. The one that's the copper one, he's here too. They're coming down.
Fantastic.
They're like shape changing though. They're like getting real small now. as they're coming down to you.
Righto, come on down.
Cool. He comes down, followed closely behind by two what appear to be getting smaller and smaller dragons as they slowly turn into human forms of themselves. You see what you can imagine to be Dramoka has kind of like Mediterranean skin tone with almost unnaturally golden hair and a long white beard that comes down way beyond his belt buckle. Followed closely behind him is Yosai, who is a little bit of a darker skin tone, a little bit more, kind of think, North African Egyptian skin tone, with a black beard, but it is not a beard. Sorry, it's like a kind of like a regal mustache that kind of goes across, but it's very long and very curly. In human form, he appears to be quite a bit younger than Dramoka, who seems to be, as far as you and years go, extremely old. But yet he walks perfectly with no kind of what you would imagine somebody being that age would have, kind of like ailments walking and moving about. As they both touch down to the ground, they walk over to you guys. Santos immediately gets kind of quiet and not really cowers down, but kind of shrinks into the background as I'm sure you guys begin approaching them.
I'm gonna stay closer to Santos.
As soon as I saw like trees moving of them coming down, I would have been heading that direction.
Got it. They don't
I'll be
land
with
too
Osh.
far away, probably within like 20, 30 feet of where you guys were camped out. They come down through the trees. Ojitai.
Chris,
So, Ramos, you watched him die.
he flew up to the city of Northhold. As we were overlooking the city, saw the battle unfolding between him and Tiamat. Nothing we could have really done.
Cool. As you mentioned Tiamat, you can see Dramoka has just the slightest of kind of shudders hearing the name. Well, I can imagine that he would not have been left alive. But the fact that you did not see him die gives me hope nonetheless. Tiamat turned away by the time we got to where you were. We got here, circled for a while. No one was here. Then we found a skeletal undead drake of some sort flying nearby. Didn't get close to us, but stayed in the vicinity. After several hours, we headed back to Ravensbrook. The one General Yap Yap was on the quest again to take Ravensbrook. We got back just in time to help and thwart them, but the defenses weren't as strong as they once were. Many men were lost. We sent Yap Yap and his men running away. No sooner than we did that, your undead drake struck. Sweeping passes, not very long, but it would kill whole rolls of men, and then come back and resurrect them again to turn on the brothers. We had a scrapping with it, but for mere moments as it fled. to the northwest. Once we were able to kill the undead, Ravensbrook was secured. And that's about the time we heard your first call. We've been there, assisting, keeping watch, doing what we can. Trying to scout ahead and see what we can find. Now that you're back, and Tiamat is truly here, we're going to need every asset, everyone that we can. And still, that may not even be enough. You, sir, should pray to your god. And you, Rango, pray to your benefactor or whatever you have. And ask for everything. These coming days will be some of the darkest in my lifetime. And I have lived a long life. Now, we are not nearly ready to fight off Tiamat and her army of cultists and followers and the many drakes she has under her thumb. But what we can do is me and Yosai can continue our scouting, venture further west, get messages to the west that the east has been freed up. During one of our scouts, we finally found where Yap Yap is keeping his horde, his army. They seem to replenish, they never seem to lose numbers. I think I figured out why. They're held up in a cave system in a hill to the northeast of Cursewood, just below the mountains. Problem is, we would have gone in there and destroyed them, but in Drake form, I feel we would fit. No matter size. We don't know how deep the cave is. We don't know where it leads to. We simply know Yap Yap is there. And as far as we know, he's at the weakest he's going to be for now, until whatever reinforcements he eventually gets, through whatever means. I hate to send you back on the front foot, but would you be willing to take on the task of finishing that fight? It would free the men of the East. It would free us, and we would have one united front. Starmount is no more. And if Yap Yap's destroyed, we can narrow it down to just be on the wall of the north. And he kind of looks around towards everybody.
Have to
Search.
start somewhere.
Yeah. Building off that, I would just step a little closer. We'd be happy to. Be nice to not simply be an observer to Tiamat's destruction any longer. Feel like we're actually helping again.
Oh yeah.
But no, you've been helping this entire time. And hasn't gone unnoticed.
Oh, I've got a bit of a question. You talked about us praying to all of our gods. I recall mention of, was it a Bah? It was another dragon. It was one like in opposition to Tiamat.
Yes.
What of them? Could they be involved in all this? Could we get them involved in all this?
We can pray as much as we like, but I'm afraid they will not be interfering on this plane. At least in physical manifestation.
What allows
Tiamat.
Tiamat to do so?
She was, as the story goes, before my time, among the material plane. A brutal goddess of dragons, the queen of dragonborn dragons and kobolds alike. They were merely slaves under her thumb doing her bidding, which was nothing but pure chaos and destruction. There was no design to it other than just to create fear for everyone. Eventually, as the story goes, people finally began standing up, revolting. Drakes, which we have stories of in our halls, began working together to banish her from the material plane. Eventually, she was bested and sent to the Nine Hells, where she has been this entire time. Imprisoned there for what was supposed to be forever. Obviously, cultists have always come around to try and resurrect her, but it's not something easily done. Only a powerful individual, one who is well in tune with their evil side. And I don't mean, just a bit naughty, but someone with a black heart, someone with the mindset like Tiamat. And even then, it was thought impossible. But here she is. She always wanted to be back on this plane, you see, you understand. She longed for this day to come back and rule again. Our God is not like that.
But your god is in opposition to her, no?
Yes, he is. But he never was on this plane. And as far as I know, he never will be.
What is it that drives the opposition?
The opposition to Tiamat? Or Tiamat herself?
Bahamut. Why is Bahamut in opposition to Tiamat?
As you saw of our temple, we were a place of education, of learning what it meant to be a Drake, of living a higher life. You see, we are beings with great power, and with great power we must use those to do well-meaning things for individuals. No offense, but lower on the totem poles, people like yourself. The Dragonborns came, the Kobolds came, everyone came, looking for a place for a purpose, and our temple provided that through Bahamut's teachings. And we were teaching a generous life, a giving life, full of structure. As I said before, Tiamat is the exact opposite: chaos, destruction, greed. Where we have restraint, where Bahamut has restraint, she has none.
And you don't believe in a time like this that Bahamut would answer a call to bring order to this chaos?
She was bested once without Bahamut.
Why not again?
Precisely. Let me
Sorry.
correct myself. Without a physical manifestation of Bahamut, they were always here. In spirit.
And so, you said that Bahamut has bested Tiamat once?
Through the disciples.
The disciples being elders like yourselves, or?
Yes, but long before I was here. This is many. Well, we have text on it, but even those are hard to read as they are so ancient.
Where are the texts?
Back at the temple.
I'd say it's high time to try and get read up on those texts.
You mean as far as how they bested her?
Well, yeah. If it's only been done once before.
Well, I can tell you something about that. Well, at first they did like we were doing. They were attempting to kill off as many powerful individuals underneath her. But they kept coming back. She kept having other followers who would take up the mantle. It was a never-ending cycle, so eventually they had to cut the head off the snake. And even in her last moments on the material plane, she was still strong. They were just able to banish her away to the Nine Hells.
Which in retrospect seems a bit like a salve on a wound, huh?
Well, I mean, until now. No. But looking back, it does, yes. That is what we know from the past. I mean, we can go back and look at the gritty details of it, dates and everything, but for the most part, that is what happened.
Per your recollection, there's never been a disciple of Tiamat that has reached the level of ascension as Talmavar has.
I'm sure that there was others that... You see, Tiamat is a patron of evil.
We watched.
She picks and chooses who she works with, but she chooses the strongest, the ones who are the strongest at their weakest moments. And she rebirths them into the monsters they have become. She's always had followers, always had individuals that, well, tried to bring her back. And if Talmavar is the one who brought her back, it is the only one that has successfully done so.
While also rising in power herself.
Yes, it would appear so.
And so when you say that Bahamut had its hand in ridding the material plane of Tiamat in the past, I guess what you're really saying is that Bahamut and the worship of Bahamut is what fueled the power of the disciples who banished Tiamat. Not necessarily any greater ritual or anything. Just a handful of disciples who are all powered by Bahamut's light.
From a simple explanation, yes.
Well, I don't worship Bahamut, and Serge, I don't think you worship Bahamut. I know Cormit doesn't. Do we need the temple full of worshippers?
Well, I would never turn down anyone who wants to learn the teachings of Bahamut, but I think what we need is just good folk ready to put everything on the line. And even if they do that,
That doesn't
knowing
sound
full
nearly
well-
as tested to me.
well, if you want to round everyone up and get everyone to forsake the gods they follow, to learn the teachings of an ancient dragon god, one who, as far as we know, has only one shrine left, our temple. If you want to do that in time to stop Tiamat, be my guest.
How is Santos reacting to this? Especially in talks of like giving up faith.
Santos is just kind of like in awe of these individuals that to him seem like gods themselves coming down from the sky
Okay.
and talking amongst you guys.
He's just a little shell shocked by that.
Kenny is, as he's been this entire time, been very quiet and still remains pretty quiet.
That's
Cormit
sick.
is still
handsome.
staring at the tree.
Yeah. Breathing.
Yeah, he's breathing.
No, the tree. The tree's breathing.
Gotcha.
Hey, you've got to pay attention to it.
All right,
Okay.
moved.
Remind us again, like Kenny wanted us to turn around and go help
Yep.
Ramos, right?
Yes.
He's got to be really holding his tongue right now, you'd think.
Yep, he's been very silent.
Yeah.
You say be my guest, but this kind of knowledge, the knowledge of Tiamat, how Tiamat was banished in the past, you're meant to be the experts. I feel like cultivating worshippers of Bahamut powerful enough to banish Tiamat in her return, this feels like it should have been your responsibility. And now, from my perspective, it seems lacking.
Are you trying to cast blame on us for her return? We
I
lived
simply
in solitude for millennia. We did not forget the world forgot us, you see. We take in everyone who comes looking for help. We took care of the ones around us. We did everything we could. We took in those refugees that you came with open arms, and yourselves. We merely keep to ourselves, as dragons have become somewhat of a myth in this realm, in this plane. If you don't remember, Branacor is the tale of the extinction of dragons and dragon folk alike in this region. Now, I'm not defending those actions at all. Nor am I making excuses. What I am saying These are the kinfolk. My kinfolk. My ancestors' lineage is long gone and dead. People like Valor Company and Mountain's Guard and Starmount and your Golden Circle wiped them away. So as
Take it.
far as I'm concerned, Branacor is your problem. We are merely trying to help the spread of this disease that is Tiamat. I've told you all I know. Would you so eagerly give up your greed of gold? Of wealth? Forsake it all to learn our teachings for years?
Well, ever since this uprising has started, business has kind of been put on the back burner. So, in a way, it's already been done.
It feels like this is exactly the kind of influence Tiamat brings. Here we are, standing around, debating the ethics of the past, all pasts, which led us to this moment. Forgive me if I think that it's fruitless. We focus on the task at hand. We will dispatch to Yap Yap, do what we can to soften his efforts, their efforts. You go to scout, as you said, and we move forward.
Based on Tiamat's previous arrival in this plane, he just said that in the past, in the battle, they would take out follower after follower and they would simply be replaced. We take out Yep Yep, he's replaced. We take out General Belos, he's replaced. He said that it wasn't until they chopped off the head of the snake itself. Well, you know, when you have people fueled by the power of the gods' direct opposition, that seems like an easy task. But in our case, we have what? 2 dragons? There are more than Yosai, Dramoka, and
There's 2 more, right?
Ramos.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
There's 5 in total,
Yep.
correct?
5 in total.
We have, I count 1, 2, 3 followers in front of me. What of the other 2? Have they heard news of this?
We've informed them. They are on their way. As are a lot more of the monks from the temple.
That's
Listen, we are smart enough to realize
promising.
that Branacor is only the beginning for Tiamat. If she's not stopped here, her influence will spread and spread and spread until the whole world is underneath of it. I'm not saying I know all the right decisions. I'm simply coming to you with a plan, a thing to do now. And right now, we know where Yap Yap is. We know the damage he's done, the delays he's caused. Removing him would only make our efforts easier. Surely may have another general within weeks that would come and do the same thing he's doing. But for right now, him being gone is better than
But-
him being around.
Buys us time. Just because a
Buys
vacuum
us
exists
more
doesn't
allies.
mean
And if you feel ready to march in the middle of Tiamat's army and strike her down, be my guest. In fact, I will fly you all there, and we can go out of this world in a blaze of glory together. But that seems awfully ignorant to me.
I don't want to do that in the least bit. I feel ill prepared.
Saoirse is SMHing right now at Dromoka, if I'm being honest.
Can we not
You seem
use
disappointed
magic?
with me.
Not disappointed. Just seems like we're seems like we're just debating semantics.
I agree, but I did not start this debate. The last thing I want to leave you all with is the notion that I've never had to deal with anything close to this in my lifetime. None of us have on this plane of existence. Unless there's some elf here who's lived for millions and millions of years.
And it's settled. We'll do our part with Yep Yep. We'll buy us time.
And we
Wait.
will try to see what we can find. Maybe find Ramos, maybe... I don't know.
Sudden combat.
Until
Maybe
The
we
com-
will
tree!
strike-
It's the tree!
They're here!
Corbett's like, I knew it, motherfucker!
he
I'm
was assessing
back!
the real threat the entire time.
Treebeard.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn it. No, I lost where my fucking... where I was thinking to go with it. So, are the other elders and the rest of the worshippers flying here?
Some are sailing, some are flying.
Why not use magic? You have a circle in the temple. Get them here quicker.
Dude,
Where are they being sent to? They need to know what they're going to. What are they coming to? They have to go to another circle. Do they know how to get to yours? Have you shared that information?
yes, you used your magic. We don't mess with your type of magic, I'm afraid.
You have no knowledge of any other circles in Brannicore? No quick transportation?
I have all the quick transportation I have on my back. I don't know what you understand. We've been in isolation for centuries, millennia. This isn't like a thing we had, a backup plan. Something we smash the glass and break open. We're writing the book as we go. We're getting everyone here as safely and as quickly as we can in a centralized place.
Where is everyone amassing on arrival?
Well, since Brannicore's secure there.
The port?
The port Brannicore, yes. For now it is secure. Listen, like I said, I'm writing the book as we go. We all are. And in my eyes, the best thing we can do is get as many people, things, assets together and hit it in a one-off showdown. Winner take all.
Is your intention to destroy her this time, not banish?
If such a thing is possible.
Well, God damn it! How inflammatory do I want to get right now? We have to assume the amount of preparation, diligence, and cunning that Talmud Var displayed to get where she is now. We have to assume, with her necromantic abilities, that destroying Tiamat is not as easy as a sword to the chest.
I don't know.
It would seem to me that the relationship that Tiamat and Talmud Var have assembled is no coincidence. I believe that Var has, yes, been gifted by Tiamat, but as we know through her attempt to bring Ojutai into the fold, that she does not make deals without her pound of flesh. The only reason Talmud Var is a necromantic drake flying around raising half-dead armies is because Tiamat has gained something extremely valuable in return. And I think it'd be very unwise to just go in thinking that we can tip her over. I'm not calling you unwise, just the notion.
I agree, which is why doing what we're doing, taking out her in a circle, maybe we can piece things together.
Masters, if I checked, we left anyone.
I'm sorry?
We left any of our monks in the temple, or
A few.
everyone who's capable of battle.
Correctly,
all-
and even some that aren't well on the way.
Is Fava still in the temple? You know?
As far as I know, she's on her way.
I don't want to undermine any of your decisions, but I do agree with Rango that at this point it couldn't hurt to have someone looking into the texts of the fall of Tiamat. If we can glean any kind of upper hand from it.
I agree with you.
Even
As
in
far as
the,
I know, Madresh has been doing that for several weeks now.
I will touch base with Madresh if he have found anything.
Very well. I told him if he did, to send word immediately to Brannicore if anything even remotely important came up in the text, but so far he's looked them front to back and has not found anything. Maybe it's hidden between the lines, but she seems to have no weakness.
Then let's find one.
That is what we're trying to do, isn't it?
You said last you saw the necrotic dragon was headed back towards the mountain, towards Black Peak. It's called Dragonback,
Towards yes.
but no sighting of Tiamat. We laid all
No.
eyes on her last.
Correct. We haven't seen her since.
Well, suppose we get in touch with who was the one that was looking at the text?
Madresh.
Get in touch with Madresh and see what knowledge he's gleaned, and apart from that, if there's... I don't have much faith that there's much that we can do against Tiamat herself without more followers of Bahamut, given the history of encounters with her. But if there isn't much else that can be done, then sure, why not take out another member of the inner circle?
Very well. Once you've completed this task, send us a message and we will regroup as soon as possible. I'm sorry I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. And with that, he just kind of gives a little bow to everybody.
To be clear, they don't have the ability to just use sending to us,
No.
right? We only
No,
have 2
you
sending
guys-
stones, right? Me and Ojitai have them.
Pretty sure.
I'm also capable of casting it.
Okay. I'm gonna say, well, here. Then I'm gonna take a stone out and hand it over to him. I think it's important that that you have the
Reaches
option to
his
reach
hand
us,
out and-
reach out to us
takes it.
at will as well.
Yes. That would be most useful. If we see anything of importance, we will be sure to let you know immediately. Good luck. Be safe. May us all beseech the higher powers in these dark days. And he turns again and begins walking off in the direction towards where you last saw Tiamat. Yosai, kind of lagging behind, comes up to Ojitai. Ojitai. I know it must seem like so, but Jamoka has not lost faith. He merely just lost a friend. A very close friend. We will overcome. I know it. You and your friends just must keep faith in one another and in all the good in this world. For whatever the reason we all are gathered here today, where we are now, by fate alone. Maybe our fate is to watch the world slowly unravel. Or maybe our fate is to stop the unraveling. Whatever it may be. I feel we will find out very soon. Be careful. And he just kind of pats you on the shoulder and he falls off after Jamoka.
As he says that, I'll just do as well, masters.
Ooh wee.
see Cormant still is staring at the tree that he's been staring at this whole time.
Well, off we go then, eh, lads?
Hey, come here. Come here.
I'll indulge him.
Sir. This tree is trying to tell me something. And he points up towards the tree where he's been staring this whole time. And there's a message that's been carved into the tree that seems like very old and dwarvish.
Dope. Okay.
Um,
How high is it up?
it is about for you about face level.
Okay.
For Cormant, he's a little bit taller than you, so he's been kind of like looking a little bit down. You go to read it.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on, I gotta get something out here.
It's the missing link from the ancient text. Exactly how to kill Tiamat. Yes!
Damn, dude, that's crazy. I didn't know the disciples were a bunch of dwarves, bro. That's crazy.
All right, what the text reads is, this tree looks extremely old, and this engraving looks really old. It's been kind of hard engraved into the wood, and then kind of burned into the wood. So like they did some sort of work into it and then burned it in, yeah, so that it's kind of imprinted on there pretty permanently.
Okay.
The text is very short and very simple. The first from Hammertop Mines. The ones forging the new world. That's it.
The first from Hammertop Mines?
Yep.
Would Hammertop Mines mean anything to me? I can roll if you'd like.
Yeah, you can. We'll see just how much you recall of this. You know some stuff.
Okay.
But we'll see how much you recall. Give me a nice little history check.
+1, baby. Are the cards? It's a nat 1. Oh my god.
Oof.
Why did I say anything? I feel like I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut.
Well, I'll just tell you what I was gonna. I'll just tell you what I was gonna tell you.
Okay, fair.
Just to see what you were gonna, if you remembered more.
All right.
Hammertop Mines is the people. They came from Ivester, and they were the people that eventually became Mountain's Gut. They kind of went on a Vargarian adventure into Branacor, basically moved houses here.
Okay.
But Hammertop Mines was originally what they were called, and they lived in Ivester.
And we did learn earlier in the campaign, correct me if I'm wrong, that from the Mountain's Gut people that they were the original dwarves that sort of
came into Branacor. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like kind of like a colonization type thing, right?
Yeah. Do you know what a Vargarian adventure is? Okay, so that was like back when y'all were pretty close on the Norse stuff. So that was what Vikings would do. Like they did it in like England and different places, and like in Normandy. Basically, they like a whole community of Vikings would be like, all right, we're gonna go make a country here, and that's where we're gonna live from now on. So they basically would like take all their stuff and then say like, all right, you all can have our land, and then they would sell and either die or live and take over. That's how like the Nordic kings of England kind of came to be.
Okay.
And then in the Normandies, the Normans, Norse, that's how they came to be as well. Was through Vargarian adventures is what they were called.
Vargarian Adventure.
Or Vargarian Ventures.
So Saoirse's just like, the first from the Hammertop Mines. Oh, they've been in Brannicore the whole time.
Right, yeah, shit.
They were,
I
they
guess
were here before the dragons.
I guess at the base level, I would just know that they came from Ivastur
Yeah.
and eventually became Mountain Scud.
Yeah. Which you know that this is kind of like in the broad spectrum of history.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like recent history, but like this is like several thousand years.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have written this. I had to break into the Ivester book for that piece of knowledge. I believe I have the exact time, how long ago this was.
That it was carved into the tree,
No, how long
or
ago they came
when
into
they
Brannicore.
immigrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, because if I'm remembering right, like we learned, like they were the first race outside of
Like the kobolds.
the draconic races that were living in
Exactly.
Brannicore that came in, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't have the time right now around here. I thought I did. It is somewhere. Yes, yeah. So, if refresher on the history of Brannicore, you guys came in through the gates to the east, which is Founder's Gate. Basically, the people from Hammertop Mines moved their whole
The Hammer
mining.
Toppers.
Yeah, they moved their whole mining organization out here. After they got word there was these giant mountains full of treasure. Dwarves being dwarves did a lot of digging. They broke through the other side, and they found this land that seemed to be mythical in nature. Dragons have been gone for quite a while in all the other parts. Kobolds and dragonborns aren't as common, but here it was everywhere. That's pretty much all they saw. And it was kind of this like hidden land that nobody knew about. And they started setting up camps inside. They noticed that there was a pathway to the ocean so they could do trade. They forged a long path, which is the original roadway from Founders Gate to Port Brannicore. Along the way, set up settlements and bases, and then kind of expanded their influence. And once they got here and started making money, Valor came in, other businesses came in, and everybody kind of wanted a piece of the pie. And that's how Brannicore came to be today. But they were the first to arrive here.
At the expense of the native population.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's tough.
Chris Columbus their asses.
pretty much.
Huh.
There was a lot less disease blankets, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Coleman, Bubba, you've stumbled upon a piece of history here. Do you know what that says?
Not a clue. It kind of. I was trying to sound out what it says.
Yeah. So this bit right here, if you conjugate this, no, I'm just kidding. Just giving him a dwarvish lesson here.
Corbett now has like a very acute understanding of Dwarvish now after this conversation.
Says the first from Hammertop Mines.
I got it. Interesting. So I was listening, kinda, something about Yap Yap or something like that.
Yep.
Yep what?
Yeah, we've been tasked.
And what is this tasking?
Gonna go send some baddies to jail if you're interested.
Yes, finally. Hopefully things of the size that will fit in jail.
Yeah, I think these will be a lot more accommodating. Or suitable. For the Hey,
Let's do it.
Santos,
Yes.
what do you make of this over here?
He kind of gets up and looks. Well, I venture to say we're in the Cursed Woods, are we not? Well, as far as I know, it's probably the last thing they wrote. Most people that come in the Cursed Wood don't come out, at least not the same as they entered. So that's about it. There's a reason Ravenbrook is at the edge of Cursed Wood, and we don't have any
Yeah.
settlements here, you know.
Yeah. Now, have you spent the majority of your life in Northold?
Quite a bit, yes.
You familiar with the wood?
Somewhat. When I was younger, we would, you know, venture off to try to explore. When we were kids, dare each other to get to the edge of it, maybe go inside a little bit.
Can I try to just based on Santos' appearance, but
Mhm.
I kind of have a general idea of how old he is.
Yeah, he looks like he's probably in his probably like mid-50s.
Okay. Were you ever taught anything about the Cursed Wood? Was it always called this?
As far as I know. We just got told as kids not to go there, and the adults never went there. It is said that it was haunted by the people that we drove out of these lands and the souls of the many battles that took place here.
That's what I was curious about. I'm not originally from Renicore.
Also, some like very crazy mythical curse shit, but you know.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of that going around right now.
Well, to be fair, I never really gave it much mind. I would do a little bit of hunting inside. Never had any
Ever,
trouble.
never found anything weird.
A few relics,
What were they like?
you know,
Dwarven?
like broken spears, hammers, things like that.
Hmm.
Helms. Most of them rot away, forgotten to time. Just like we are, lost in time and space. And...
While that
Hmm.
while that conversation's running, I want to have sent Chuchi
Mhm.
30 feet up the tree.
Okay.
And as of the previous level up, it's basically to be assumed that in the little pre-game time,
Uh-huh.
I'm hexing Chuchi and then short resting so that Chuchi's hexed.
Okay.
So I'm sending him halfway up.
Yeah.
To a solid spot that I could then like move to his position and
Okay.
be sturdy in the tree. And I'm gonna relentless hex to teleport up into the tree.
Okay.
30 feet up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to send him up another to the top.
Okay.
And then do it again. And then I'm unbottling the ship.
Okay. The ship is unbottled.
And then I'll fly him up to the ship. And I'll relentless hex up to the ship.
Okay. So you're in your ship.
And then I'm going to throw some rope down to the
Cool.
fellas.
As the ropes descend, or start climbing up, is there any water source around us by chance?
Water source, you say?
Yeah.
There is. Yeah, there's like a small stream nearby. You can hear it.
I'm gonna quickly shuffle over there and take out a vial
Okay.
and fill it with the water.
Cool. You take out a vial, and as you're filling up the water, you begin to get kind of an uneasy feeling. Ojitai, separate from there, you also begin to feel a little bit uneasy. You can see Cormit begins looking a little bit strange. Everything around you seems to be getting...
This is not my fault. This is not my fault.
Everything around you seems to be getting a little bit darker in appearance. Not quite night, but light is slowly being drained away from where you're at. You begin feeling small tremors beneath your feet. Rango, you see the trees shaking, the treetop shaking below you.
How many? Like, what kind of area?
Several. Like, in your all's vicinity specifically. And, like, probably, like, a good, like, 100 by 100 yard radius.
Okay, I'm standing on the boat, like, kind of peering over. Actually, I will have been peering over the edge down the ropes. I'm gonna push back away and then just kind of fucking go look through Chuchi's eyes and send Chuchi down. And I just want him fucking beaming down through the trees, looking at what's going on. Looking through his eyes.
Saoirse, what are you doing? As you kind of cap the water.
Yeah, as I cap the water, I'm obviously hearing the trees rustling, feeling the tremors.
You begin hearing kind of whispers.
Are they coming from anywhere in particular? The vial itself?
No, you can't hear it. You don't know where they're coming from.
I immediately cast Spirit Guardians on myself.
You cast Spirit Guardians on yourself. In between you and Ojitai, the earth begins splitting open.
Oh? Fuck me. Okay.
You see...
Once I'm feeling this, I'm looking at Santos and saying, all right, it's time to go. I'm doing my breathe out the icy mist and walk through, and I've got the icy wings.
Yeah. You see fire and flame begin...
Oh, fuck. It's
roaring
damn
up.
it, dude.
From the floor where it is split open, it begins opening a little wider. One of the trees, the tree that had the message, cracks in half and splits in half. A tree that stood for thousands of years with a message on it cracks in half. Slowly, you see, rising up from the ground, ever so slowly, a very devilish-looking individual with long horns, and here is a image for you fine folk.
I mean,
if I can get in there. Copy image. Cool. You see his horns start first, and then you see the flames coming out of his eyes and his mouth. As it begins rising up closer, gets to his waist, he stands about 12 feet tall. He stands with his arms crossed and a smile on his face as he looks across every one of you. As his waist finally reaches to the surface of the ground and it keeps rising, you see on either side of them a few imps, a few tieflings, some with brass instruments, some with drums, some with a lute, a guitar of some sort. He looks past everybody and looks around at everybody and begins smiling. Why's the playlist full? Hold on, Cole. I'm trying to put something in there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, Chief.
Dude, please let us just be Tenacious D right now. Like,
all right, you can skip or go to whatever's next. Some music starts to come up from the individuals holding the instruments. He begins slowly uncrossing his arms as he looks towards all of you. Yeah, baby, he's here. Welcome to me. Who am I, you may ask? Well. I'll have to tell you. I'm the absolutely evil messenger, the eloquently horrible individual, the hellish assassin, the volatile wordsmith, the only fiend with a band, the opposition to good, the opponent of nice things, the wrecking ball of peace, the exuberant hellhound, the flame that burns in your nightmares, the present sound of death and despair, the one you wish not to see, and the last one you shall ever hear. I am the unloved. I am the unwanted. I am the one with nothing to lose. The conductor of pure evil. The one who creeps, the one who makes you weep, the one who understands no verbal pain or physical pain. I am the emissary. The emissary of who, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. I am the emissary of the Reaper of Souls, the 3-time Blood Bowl champion, the Lima Spawn Killer, the one who makes you shiver, the one who makes you quiver in fear. Not just anyone, my dear, no, but the ultimate devil. Warrior fiend of the 9 hells, the positively, the most powerful, most evil, most unpleasant, one of hell's most famous residents, the most enraged and certainly not engaged, the one, the only, Orcus himself. Victor, you out of tune. Victor, we talked about the. You were supposed to be in tune, and you were off tempo. It is a shame the first drummer lost his arms the other day, or else I would have him, not an amateur like yourself. Well, if I wasn't, you absolute bitch, if I wasn't a pacifist, I would come over there and put these drumsticks so far up your fucking ass. A pat? Isn't that a thing that babies suck on? No, you fucking idiot. That's a pedophile. Oh my god, no. He's talking about a pacifier, you imbecile! God damn it. God damn it. Yes, it is me, the emissary of Orcus. I am here for the one they call Gengu. Orcus has requested a one-on-one fight, and will take only the answer of yes. Which one of you is Gengu?
He's not here right now. Can we take a message?
What? He reaches into his pocket and he's got like a flaming piece of paper. It's the address is right here. The 3000 block of the material plane. He should be here. Where is he?
Chuchi's just down there, like, peeking around a tree, like...
I see you. The emissary misses nothing.
Yeah, the tree that you just split. That was Gengu.
You take me for a fool. I know a regular tree when I see one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's not here. He's in the Fey realm. Why did I just say that, by the way?
The Fey realm. Oh my.
Dumb.
God damn it! The fucking mage in the 9 health. You can only cast. Plane shift. Today. Very well. I bid you a good day. For now, till the emissary of Orcus comes for you in the night. All right, guys. Fawcett, get back. We'll rehearse. You need to.
I dropped Spirit Guardian.
And he begins descending back into this crevice that opened up, and slowly everything kind of starts coming back together. And the tree comes back together with a nice large crack down the middle of it. And the light comes back to this forest as it was before. And everything's quiet again.
Fuckboys are fucked up.
Chuchi just flies over to the fucking rope, the bottom of the rope, and just is like hanging on with like one hand in his feet, and he just like squawks fucking I can't remember whatever they can't understand. It's not even a language. It's just Chuchi sounds, just to get their
I think
attention.
I did those
and then
last
does
time. And it was
this.
like
Yeah.
just some loud, yeah, some very loud.
Oh
screeching
yeah.
noise.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Santos and say, all right, that was unexpected. Right up to the ship.
How long do these shrooms last?
Don't worry, Corbett. We all saw that.
I only had 7.
Yeah. Okay, the 8th one is the one you have to worry about. We're good. We're good.
Never again.
He's been scared straight by the great emissary of Orcus. Oh my god.
He slowly starts climbing up the rope.
He never said his name. Right?
No,
Like,
he
just-
didn't. He didn't.
Is the emissary
He
of
said his
Orcus.
titles.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is the
yeah.
emissary of Orcus.
Right.
Title enough.
If Santos is not already like climbing up that way, I grab him under the arms and I can fly up there, take him with me.
Cool. He is like, he's not like unconscious, but he's just kind of limp.
Yeah, seriously. Like, he's
All
had
right,
his
buddy.
entire world burned to ash. He's met 2 dragon elders and now an emissary of a lord of the 9 hells.
With a brass band.
And with a brass band. Yeah, he's had a hell of a few days.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
wh-
fly him up there. I'll just set him, up on the deck to where he's sitting up, and a blanket,
Mhm.
wrap him up in it. We'll get out of here quickly.
And he just walks back to where his cabin was and sits down. And I feel like, because it's 8:35, I feel like it's a good place to stop
Yeah.
the session.
Yeah, I would have just pocketed the vial and started to climb up to the ship.
Yeah.
Because a good starting point is just like on our way to Yap Yap and the ship,
Yeah.
I guess. Cool.
Man, this
Hey,
session was
Ryan,
like,
can I get like a text file of that?
oh yeah,
that
yeah.
introduction.
I was
Because
about to
that's
say,
I messed up. So I went through and timed this last. I spent 4 hours rehearsing and practicing the timing of it, and I screwed up just so slightly. I delayed the beginning. There was like so much. There was like a little section in the middle. But yeah, I'll post that in here.
so you like synced it up to the tuba
Yes.
video?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
baby, he's here.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that's so badass.
Oh, fuck, I
Like,
love it.
Yeah.
oh my god, I
Dude,
love
the
that.
whole time that y'all were having the bout with Dramoka, I'm like, geez, man, this is gonna seem really out of place. This is like,
it's
y'all,
perfectly
like,
timed.
in this session, you guys were like supposed to see this guy and then go fight and probably kill a guy named Yap Yap. So
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brain leading into the session, I'm like, it's gonna be so fun. Like, dude, it's gonna be great. They're gonna meet this like weird brass band and be on good moods and then go and kill this like evil dude. It's gonna be fun. And then like, it was just like, I lost all my family. Everyone I know is dead.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
Dude, I mean, like,
Hey, that's
solid
D&D
RP
for
world
you,
building,
baby.
I
It
will
takes
say
a
that
twist.
though. Yeah, honestly.
Knocks the fuck out.
And so, well, that's the thing. Like, it just gets extended to the next session because now we're ending on an extreme high, just meeting the emissary of Orcus, and now we're just gonna go kill some baddies. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and also Saoirse damned our alternate group of characters to an interaction with
Yeah.
Orcus now.
Dude.
By just
dude,
outright
I don't-
telling him.
You did a lot of heavy lifting for me. So here, my plan was this guy's
That
just really
was so
He's
bad.
so charismatic that he just got you to be like, yeah, he's just in the Feywild, dude.
Dude,
That's,
like,
listen, I built a naturally charismatic. I don't even have to roll. That's just all
Oh.
natural charisma, baby.
it was
Ah.
like, yeah, no, I just, it was so bad. Like, I think in my head, I meant to say a different realm from the cubic gate, but I just fucked it. I fucked it entirely. So, but anyway, I mean, well, maybe. I mean, we could have our face sessions, and maybe we get to
That
fight
plan
Orcus. It'd be
sort
great.
of just changed up a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
I have my own
I
story.
figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Well.
It's still, y'all are still players in it. I still got things I gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are like the NPCs, kinda. For Gengu,
Mhm.
but there's still stuff I can't let you in on. So.
Oh yeah. I always thought a part of our face sessions would be eventually facing Orcus because
Mhm.
I mean he's like actively seeking out Gengu.
Yeah.
So I felt like, but yeah, dude, I like that was so bad. You talk about immediate regret. I was like, what the fuck did I just say? Why did I
I
just
can't wait. I
give
can't
up
wait
the
for us to
location of our
reunite with
friend?
Gingu. That way I can be like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, fucking Sergio, he just outed your ass. Like the second you were gone,
Oh my
Hammer
God.
Bros is just dead to him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna have to do some mending there.
Sentenced you
Good thing
to
I know the
death.
spell.
That was fucking crazy.
He said he wanted to find himself, bro. I'm just helping him along. Just kidding. Oh man. Yeah, that was dumb.
I was running out of evil things to say too. like I was just trying to think of like, all right, what is more like stuff, and like it was a mix between like just like goofy like evil stuff like the 3-time Blood Bowl champion, and what was another one?
The
The
lemur
most
spawn
enraged.
killer.
Yeah. The most enraged and certainly not engaged. That was a good one. But yeah.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
halfway
I-
through,
I
I was like,
literally-
there's no way this is the Orcus. There's no way.
So I
Right.
literally got done prepping. I got done prepping at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I was like, all right, cool, we're done. And I was walking out of my my room. I was gonna I'm gonna go lay down for a couple hours, and we'll wake up. We'll do the D&D session. And I get out into the other room, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
It's missing
missing
something.
something. Yeah, and I was just
And this is what it was missing.
And I don't know why. All right,
It's
you
missing
want to know
a
how it
fucking
came up?
8-piece
It's all based
brass
around this
orchestra.
emissary character. I don't know why I got this in my head, but like immediately, just a random thought that I ran with was like, what if there was like for Orcus? What if there's like some guy that's like the dude in Knight's Tale that gives the speeches before the joust?
Yeah.
And I was like, what would that sound like?
Yeah. I
And
thought
then I was like, I was going through like boss music. I was like, I want this guy to have like the most outrageous boss music. This sounds evil, but then he's really just like the messenger. So I'm like going through, and then I found this like weird dude that makes like, it's all like boss music, but with these like tubas and like it's a weird goofy music. And I found this one, and I was like, I'm like, yes, like it's kind of like a scat. It's like kind of like a scat band, but then
Yeah,
also like,
yeah.
and I was like, perfect, the scat band from hell.
That's
This is
so
weird.
funny, dude.
That
Like,
was
cause I
kinda-
literally, for a split second, I thought like, if it was Orcus or something, and like he would realize that Gengu's not there, and then like I thought it was gonna be like, okay, well, Saoirse, I know you have a loot, bring it out. You all right? Yeah, I thought you were literally gonna tribute us from Tenacious D. I thought we were gonna have to like, give him the best song he's ever heard to let us walk.
Yeah, no,
That's so funny, man.
no. That
It's,
was just.
it's
like-
even better. What it's even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, it was like a mix. My thought process was like, it was kind of like a mix of that, and then like the ridiculousness of like the messengers that like Xerxes sends out in 300.
Yeah.
Like, these like absolutely like grandiose like appearances to be like
Right.
a simple message like we gotta fight. And
That's
it's
so
like-
funny you said that too, because I just recently rewatched 300
Yeah.
randomly.
And
I probably would have never rewatched that movie ever again. Though
I
just
did the
randomly
same
watched
shit like 2 weeks
You
ago.
watched
Yes.
300 recently too?
Yes.
Isn't that fucking
it's a
wild?
banger.
And yes, exactly, like
The
exactly. what you
cinematography
said.
is
The fuck-
insane.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
But-
Zack Snyder,
because
baby.
the whole
Like,
movie,
yeah.
the whole movie's like this, like the whole movie is just these checkpoints where like a messenger comes forward and he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like they're like carrying this dude like on like a platform and they're like he's got like 20 guards. He's like, yeah, so we're gonna have to fight you. And then he's like they just cut his arm off and they start fighting. It's like the most ridiculous shit. So it was like a mix of that and then like the thing from Knight's Tale for some reason got in my head and I was like, perfect. And
That's so funny.
I was debating on if I wanted to try to make it a musical number or just like a really like crazy like kind of announcement speech. And I was like, I don't. If I went a musical in our D&D session, first of all, it would be horrible, and second of all, I'm not sure that they would ever forgive me that I turned Brandicore for a moment into a musical. So I don't think I can do that.
Dude, I'm
Hey,
down.
man. Bards are canon. I
wanna see
mean, come on.
Brandon. Bards are canon. That's funny. Hell yeah.
Cool. Well, I got to use that. So check.
Yeah, I
that
hope
off.
we meet him again. That was good. That was good.
I'm sure we
Ah,
will
the
fucking be meeting him
Emeterio
again.
Orcus.
Hopefully, Sir.
Yeah, just as.
Hopefully, Serge and Rango and Ojutai don't have to meet him again. But
Are y'all
Time will tell.
super disappointed with Dramoka?
No, like, I mean,
Rango is.
do I think it's yeah, like,
Yeah.
personally, I feel like, Scott feels like it's a massive oversight on his part as the head elder
Yeah.
to spend centuries in isolation, not preparing for the unlikely but possible return of the biggest threat
Yeah.
to Brandicore. Like that is wild. And it
Yeah.
seemed like that's what he was admitting. Was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we've got the old text, but we never thought that this was going to happen. And it's like, excuse me? Like, what?
Yeah.
But I think
Well,
Search is more just like, yo, like, who the fuck cares? Like, it's happening now. Like, we can pine over, oh, who should have done this, who should have done that, all we want. Like, we gotta fucking go. Like, let's just, yep, may just be a small stepping stone that can be replaced, but I want to do, like,
Yeah.
Search wants to do something. We
Well-
watched Ramos get fucking lit up and a whole town be turned into ash, and we felt so helpless as we were running with our tails between our legs. Want to, like,
Well, Rango still feels helpless. Is the problem? He doesn't
Yeah,
think that fighting Yup is going
You
to
did a
make a
good job
large
getting that-
impact.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You did a really good job RPing that. Like even before Dramoco got there, that little when I walked up to you and we talked at the beginning in the morning, like in my head I was like, oh dude, he's like losing hope.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
almost
And
like
you
a
were
hopeless
bringing up,
Rango.
like, you were bringing up like super valid points to an already probably feeling defeated and angry. Ramos is like, these guys like have been around each other for thousands of years, like chilling.
Yeah. Right.
And now he thinks like, he's dead. And there's this thing that like, yeah, like my ancestors from like forever ago fought this thing.
Yeah.
But now it's my turn. I don't know what the fuck to do. And then like
Right.
you were like calling him out, like, what are you fucking doing? Like, do you not know what the fuck's going on? He was finally just like, no, man, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure this shit out like you are. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
Well,
So, and-
hopefully, God, I can't remember their names. Madresh?
Madresh, yeah.
Well, hopefully Madresh has figured fucking something out.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping
I
you were gonna say what her name, Thava, was still there because she was the one I had the notes on saying he is the intellectual, not good at fighting monk that was there.
Yeah.
Like, all right, if anyone that's there is gonna find something, it'll probably be her.
right.
Now, so who's the other dragon that's left there? Madresh and who?
Madresh.
Madresh, and he is a dragonborn. He's like the oldest monk there.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like
wait.
He's like the wisest.
He was like
Oh.
the top monk.
Oh, I thought he was a
Either of them
elder.
are dragons.
Oh.
He's what Ojutai is going to be.
So who are the two elders
remember.
that are left?
The other two elders, I have those pulled up.
because
'Cause
those
I did
two.
not think we were going to
we
talk
have
about those.
we have met all of
Amarith and
them.
Arcades.
Yeah, Arcades and Amareth.
That's right. Because
I'm sorry,
like I
Amaranth?
remember.
Amareth.
Shut the
Amareth.
fuck up. Cole.
So Arcades and Amareth, they are like they've been
Amareth is just
adamantly
always in a
against-
hot tub.
Yeah, dude,
Where he
Arcades is gonna show up. Arcades is gonna show up and be like, "Let's fucking go!" And then Amareth is gonna be like, "Hey, we're gonna kill Tiamat. You wanna do it together? We're gonna kill Tiamat."
God damn it.
And then when
And
we're
then-
done,
and
we
then-
can write all of our names on my arm.
But those two like were against like fighting.
It was a very split court.
They were against like making any moves against. Was it against
Arcades was
Starmount or
super.
against Tiamat specifically?
Getting involved in Brandicore.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
And
They-
you
they-
can kind of assume that.
I remember that
Bastards.
made any direct comment to us about getting into this or not was Mocha was against
Mhm.
and Ramos was for.
Yeah,
Right.
Ramos
They're
wanted
the
to get
only two
involved.
that, made a comment.
Yeah, and I think I described the other
Wow.
ones kind of being like very split,
Yeah.
court about the whole situation, and then they kind of agreed like,
And
hey,
Dramoka came and they ended up staying behind.
yeah.
Damn.
So kind
should
of
have-
to put you
feel
in
like
their
that should have been
headspace,
brought up.
kind of think of it sort of like how your dad is like oh, it's probably some cultists fucking around. Maybe they brought back a dragon or two, and they're like, all right, we'll go fucking
Yeah.
look at it. And then,
Well,
and then also the Starmount thing, like, yeah, there's like, oh, dude, they're doing some fuck shit over there again. Let's go check it out.
It
And,
just
like, they go
seems-
over there, and they're like, oh shit.
It
Well,
seems
knowing what we
strange
know
that
now,
the
it makes
head would show
complete
up.
sense.
Yeah, they had no
You know?
clue about any of
Right.
this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it makes
Yeah.
complete sense that they were willingly staying ignorant.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Like they were like, I don't know, man. Like that's why I was like, in the middle of the session, I was like, how inflammatory do I want to get? Because
Well,
it just
yeah.
it just seemed like Dramoka it just fed into the ignorance is bliss thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
let's not
So-
worry about it and it'll be fine.
That's the thing. Like,
Like-
yeah, Dramoka made the comment of like the people turned on them afterwards, and that's why they were in such isolation.
Right.
Like,
Right.
yeah,
So
they just did that to themselves after a while.
yeah, so this is kind of where I took some like real world. Sorry, I'm on 1 hour sleep. I'm surprised I got through the session talking normal. This is one of those situations where a lot of like real world inspiration came into it. So yeah, kind of the whole like moral dilemma of this whole thing, which has kind of been like said out loud, is I kind of based this whole thing off of like kind of like how like the Native Americans were kind of pushed out, or like
Yeah.
how the samurai were kind of pushed out,
Mhm.
and like so basically like a whole culture and people were pushed out over a period of time, and so that was a big deal. And then think of it like that, but then also going to people that are like associated with that culture and being like, yo, we need your help now, many years. And it's like, well, you fucked
Yeah.
everything up, so like what do you want me
Yeah.
to do? But then also kind of like with the willful ignorance, that's kind of like a World War I, World War II situation
Mm-hmm.
where it's
Yeah.
like, the first war ends and it's over, and then they're like, all right, here's the we're like, no more cultists, they're bad, like we can't do this, Tiamat's like gone, we're good, everybody be nice to each other, and then also all the dragon people and kobolds were taking everything from you, and then now we're just gonna and so they're like, well, we're just gonna sit back because like, hey, we don't want to get involved in that again, that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little do they know that there's some very angry people that are like angry about some stuff that start a second conflict that's probably worse than the first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm very I'm gonna have to really try to keep my own like personal biases out of Saoirse's head. Because like I feel like if I'm Saoirse, I'm like, tapping into the dwarven guilt. Or like white guilt, like coming to grips with understanding, and I think Saoirse has lined up that like I think he will think this way, or at least like not be proud of like
Right.
his ancestry and what they did here in Brannicore.
Yes.
But yeah, like that tree, like I was trying to, you know, that conversation I had with Santos, I was like exploring the idea of like this was not always the cursed wood. I bet it's the cursed wood now because of all of the heinous shit that happened between the native races and the dwarves that
Yeah.
were like
yeah.
colonizing into
And
the
so even
area.
with all that stuff, there's gray areas because it's like dragons were these things that kind of like went extinct everywhere else. They're like these mythical creatures. They probably cause, you know, there's evil dragons. They probably cause some damage. They
Mhm.
break into this new world. Oh my god, there's like dragons everywhere. We got to kill those things. Oh my god, there's like little dragon people around. And then, all right, well now we've, you know, cleared our path. Like we got our business going, great. And then it's like, oh, here's all these other businesses. Well, we got to start competing, and like we need to like have our, you know, foot even more firm than these people.
Right.
And then they want to expand, and everybody wants to expand. So it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's a gray area. It's a lot of things' fault. It's a lot of society fault.
Mhm.
It's just how things went down, and it do be sucking for people that didn't deserve it.
Yeah. All right, boys. I got a jet.
Out of here.
Great
Alright.
sesh. Great sesh.
Thanks. It
Say
was super
bye-bye,
fun.
Looking forward to the
stream.
next one, and I'm gonna have my character fully built out probably by the morning. So Ryan,
Yeah.
whenever you have some time this week.